All right, back in action. Game number 3. Sorry, I just got to update the score there real quick, as it is 2-0 in the favor of Super. Spawning the top right corner of the map, it is going to be Invasion Esports, blue, Protoss Super.
Favoring Soulkey, you mean, right?
Oh, you're right. Sorry, I have the scores wrong. Thank you, James, for being awesome pointing that out.
Good job.
I'm failing all over the overlay today. I think I had best of 3s for the semifinals listed, but it was like, 3-1 and stuff like that. Like, ooh.
In the bottom left, as the red Zerg gets Soulkey.
TCM.
Despite seeing a lot of Super's games, I don't know how good Super's all-ins or like funny shenanigans are.
He hasn't gotten a chance.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, Soulkey, please go for a hatchery block. Oh, this would be so gross. This would be so funny if you did.
This is going to be. See, actually no, I'll save it for no. You know what? Whatever. Fuck it, I'll just say it. So right after the game, Soulkey messaged me. He's going, "Did he even have Mothership Core? Like, what was that about? Like, how did that end the game right there?" And I explained to him, I think he lost the mental game, and he kind of made he went for sentries first, didn't have the incomes too, and he's like, this guy must be panicking a ton now. So Soulkey's just having fun at this point. I wouldn't be surprised if he makes like a proxy hatchery right there where the drone's sitting at.
Well, actually, I'm really glad he didn't. He saw the forge. That would have been the worst thing to do, is go for the proxy hatchery.
Yeah, a completely different perspective on Soulkey with all these comments. Like, what the hell? He's just like, oh, I'm lucky. Oh, just go for it.
Oh.
What? What? Oh.
Okay. With the evolution chamber, actually, it's a lot cheaper than the hatchery to lose, but he knows he would lose the hatchery if he stayed, but this will provide some broodlings, so it's kind of a cool move. I mean, it's going to die, he knows it as well, but it's still going to buy him time. But I don't know, this is so weird to see.
Funny thing is, Super can actually now cancel the cannon, because it'll just die without any creeps. It'll die on its own.
But I mean, you're still going to want the cannon anyways, to be honest, so...
Well, 6 broodlings not going to be able to kill anything, so man.
Well, no, but I'm just saying, like, you're gonna want the cannon for defense later on. It's not like it'd be worth it, super crazy hardcore to cancel it. Because like, what are you gonna do? Build a Nexus? Oh wait, you still have to wait for it to die. Soulkey, by the way, ignores the pylon and the harass that was built inside his natural. Just takes that third pretty quickly, so he'll get back on course for this. I mean, there's some lings on the map. These are like lings for control, not lings for all in that we've seen so far. Oh, look at that! 10 damage on the cannon. Nailed it.
Gonna win now.
Probably he might, if his confidence is really that high. But there we go, taking his natural base. So he's not going to do something really weird. I thought maybe, like, does he really go for the gold? He's delayed this for a bit of time. But yeah, Lings over here will keep an eye on if any probes leave the base. Nothing's really been hidden so far. We don't have any, like, Ninja Huck probes hiding on Overgrowth in the corners. And Super is just, I don't know, it's not like he was offset.
In a super awkward position.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, it's not like he was screwed by the Nexus time. I mean, the Evolution Chamber really didn't buy that much, but as you said, it might just be he's a little shaken coming into this. I mean,
yeah, it's the mental thing more of, especially in the map like Overgrowth. When you, like, as a Protoss, when you're sitting in this position, there's really nothing you can do to be an annoyance to Zerg just expanding and droning hard. Like, what can you really do?
All in on the third.
Well, at least he's getting the weapon upgrade quite early this time, which is a lot different from any of the other games that we've seen out of him so far.
I think the weapon upgrades are kind of, they're not being correct. It's not like a 3-gate timing with Zealots that are going to catch your opponent before Roaches are out, right? Like, it's just going to be nice to have the weapon upgrades. But Zombie Grub kind of made a joke, but in all seriousness, this third base is going to be a pretty big deal. Too many times we see Overgrowth go down where force fields really determine the fate of the game at this third.
Yeah, I think he's going to go for the attack.
I don't know if you guys watched the Pro League game against Sue versus Stat.
Uh-huh.
Did you guys see it? No?
No.
No, what about
it? Almost looked like it was Stat really had a, like, in terms of army count and stuff, he was behind, but keeping his head calm and with perfect force fields, he was able to take down all the roaches, queens, and just everything, like overwhelming unit count of Sue's.
Is Stat a better name than Stats? I think it might be.
I need this victory. Stat.
Yeah, exactly. Like, imagine all the puns. James, you're a genius. Tell him to change his name.
Yeah, just remove the S.
Anyways, it was going to be a 3-gate attack, but Soulkey knew that it was on its way, so...
Look at this timing, though. The +1 weapons is finishing up, so these Lings are going to have the easiest time. Zealots, it's almost like...
Two swipes.
Yeah. It's like an attack speed increase almost instead of attack damage in context of damage they can deal and dish out. But yeah, with this positioning behind the mineral lines, the Mothership Core above, he'll be able to deal with the Lings. He's going to probably lose the Stalkers for this, but the question is, can Soulkey...
great, but it's just...
Yeah,
now you're not left with that many units.
Right, but that's the thing. Can Soulkey, with what he's got left, with that reinforcing, actually deal with the follow-up? I mean, it's not that many Zealots, but they're super effective Zealots. If there's not going to be a counterattack, he has to defend his third.
Because it's super Zealots.
Yes, James. Yes.
I caught that really fast.
I didn't intend it,
You're
but
so proud
gosh
of
darn it.
yourself. Usually I'm really slow on these things, but I caught that one.
Okay, with the Lings roaming around, I mean, there are so many of them, but yeah, just the prospect of engaging these Zealots. He actually gets a surround on one. Almost. But the Mothership Core went off to scout and see what was going on. He didn't quite know if it was going to be Roaches or not. I don't think he got deep enough in to see it. No, he did not see the Roach one, but he saw the lair on the way. There's no real reason to go for lair if you're just going for Lings. So, whether he discerns it's Roaches or guesses Mutalisks behind this one or the other, he knows something's up other than just this. So, sees that Roach pop out. Now we're going to have these Zealots perhaps trying to advance forward. A lot of what Super was doing, though, he wasn't hiding in the mineral lines because he was scared of the Lings. He wanted to keep that pylon alive. But that's sadly going to go down.
That plan didn't work.
Oh,
At least he saves them. That's nice.
One Zealot died.
Yeah, I think the recall is actually probably the smarter move here. It was just such a rough spot to be in.
Yeah.
But oh my god, like Soulkey's already going up to a Hydralisk den, and he's gonna go for an Immortal Sentry all in.
Ooh.
Yes.
These Immortals may be seeing the Zerg units at his own natural expansion.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it'll be the Immortal Sentry all in defense. Yeah, it's kind of like Daedalus Point, right?
Yeah.
You gotta forgate your own expansion. No, but the Hydras are going to be a really big deal coming to this. I really like that Soulkey has been identifying what Super's been doing. He's been reading him like a book the whole way through. Like, he knew what was coming, he knew when it was coming, he knew where it was coming. He's responded to this very, very appropriately.
Yeah. I mean, perfectly. I just can't, like, Super is going to run into a brick wall. Like, that's what I'm expecting. Usually with Hydras, they're able to get out in a decent amount of number. Like, the Immortal Sentry just never looks that great. And the fact that Soulkey has had so much time to get like this perfect drone count too, because he knows exactly the timing that, you know, Super's looking to hit. I don't know. He'd have to really abuse Overgrowth's third force field thingy to make this work.
We need a name
I know
for that,
games
like a
far from
strategy
being
tag.
over, but
Yeah.
I know games far from being over, but Super is just looking, Soulkey's looking a lot dominant over Super, and not because Soulkey's a much better player than Super. It's just because constantly Super's been losing out on the build orders, the choices,
Yeah.
just decision making overall in the series so far.
Yeah. No
You
good
guys see
luck
how-
is leading to, you know, bad mental state.
A lot of the sentries they have a lot of energy, so it's gonna be interesting how this engagement will pan out. Maybe if force fields are as OP as they say.
They are pretty good. I mean, it might be the case that
Look
Soulkey
at
at
that.
the very least loses the third.
It's going to take some hold position micro too. Like, it's going to be very critical he doesn't lose all these sentries to the Hydralisks. Just waiting to get shots up on whatever they can. Does segment a couple more in.
Donut.
Those spine crawlers coming
Look at
down
that
though,
force field.
they're nowhere near the fight. He's going to try and move them over. Groove spines are here, so he's got the range, but can the spines even get involved? I mean,
That's
they're going to take forever to
actually-
burrow.
Spine crawler's not
That's
even
all
gonna
of
be
his
able to
army. It's
land.
done. It's
That's
gone.
it. It's gone. Yeah, evaporating a couple Hydras on the south side. The Immortal should be able to wreck. He actually moved positions into the spine car, so they won't have room to burrow. That was kind of a cool move. One spine car goes
Uh-oh.
down, but it goes
Uh-oh.
down as well immediately afterwards.
All the sentries died. The spine crawler, like one of them even roots.
Super. He had momentum.
Almost looked like he had it, yeah.
I wouldn't count much. He's still got 1-1. His army supply is still looking really good. He's killed a lot of drones through this, but with Zombie Guard pointing out that the sentries are gone, it becomes way harder to actually kill Soulkey in this position. And the Mothership
And
dies,
really,
so there's no recall.
Immortals don't do extra damage to Hydra. It's not like Roaches.
But
Yeah.
20 damage a shot is still a lot. It's not like it's worthless.
Yeah, it's still a lot.
Yeah, without a forward reinforcement point, without a pylon or a war person, that's it, it's done. So he decides to disengage. But, you know, Super trades out his army for this, but he kills so much of Soulkey, it just may have been worth it. Down to 29 workers, definitely not a comfort zone for a Zerg player. He's trying to invest in these very expensive units like Hydralisks. You can't afford to keep doing that. And behind the Super's going for Colossus. He's going to be able to get something out to counter what little that Soulkey has.
Wouldn't be surprised to
I
see a
almost would have
two-base.
liked it even more though. I would have liked it even more if he had Mothership Core with those army and just right after the hatchery was sniped, if he had just recalled out.
Well, he didn't
would've
actually
been sitting
snipe
on
it.
Yeah.
So
Oh, he didn't snipe it. Right.
yeah. I was a little
I-
surprised too. I don't-
What am I thinking?
I almost think it was better that he didn't snipe it, though. I mean, because he got so much more army
Question,
value
right?
for it.
Yeah.
I mean, the
it's
drones
always
were
like
pulled, the
it's-
panic was ensued.
It's an interesting question. Like, is it better to keep the drones alive but lose the third, or vice versa?
I would rather have
Um,
loved and lost.
Oh, okay then. That's helpful. Shut up. Anyways, like, and it's always such a hard question to answer. Really, I mean, it's 300 minerals plus 50 for the drone, but then like you lost so many drones because you did save the third. I don't really know what's worth what, but Soulkey's trying to make a good situation out of a. I mean, it's not necessarily a really terrible one, but not the greatest.
Yeah, well, it was Super's decision, and I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if it was worth it or not.
Yeah, I just the two base Colossus all in that I think Super is getting ready for. I mean, obviously he's still attacking here, so the Colossus is going to be one
the
step
Zealots.
away. Actually,
Nice
there might be
force
too many
fields.
zealots. Like any amount of force fields backing those hydras, like the zealots will chew through. There's nothing beefier to hold on to the hydras.
Oversteer in the main, nothing to contaminate at the moment. Might try and slow out that extent that one I should have
Colossus.
done.
I really wish he would stay away the
Well, he
Colossus.
doesn't have the energy for you, as I was saying. Like, it's
Right,
gonna be
yeah,
another 25. But I like that he's keeping the sentries alive. You point out the zealots. Okay, it's a little bit silly to have be so zealot heavy, but these are just meant to be the buffer. Like, if the Hydras are shooting these, they're not shooting the Colossus, right? And that's kind of the end game goal here. They're going to deal with the Lings really nicely too. And as he pushes in, you know, Soulkey managed to squeeze some drones out behind this. I don't know how he did, but it's at a point where he just doesn't have a big army value to deal with. In fact, I
Nope.
think it's not big enough. Still some more force fields towards the south. Hydras are looking to pick off a couple of these sentries. They are getting some nice kills.
It's like the same three hydras
That's
did the
the
same thing
same-
before,
oh,
but that's it.
GG's call.
Super finally takes a game after really a mental breaking first two games.